Welcome to Bible Bites. I'm Pastor Dan, and we are reading through the Bible one small bite at a time. Today we're in Matthew 8, chapter 8, and we're picking up in verse 5. When he had entered Capernaum, that is, when Jesus had entered this village or city of Capernaum, a centurion came forward to him. A centurion is a Roman officer who oversees roughly 100 men. And this centurion, he's a professional soldier, professional officer in the Roman army. And he came to Jesus, right? And he appealed to Jesus. Lord, my servant is lying paralyzed at home, suffering terribly. And Jesus said to him, I will come and heal him. But the centurion replied. Okay, so I'm going to pause there. Note how the centurion honored Jesus. The centurion recognized Jesus, worth Jesus, who Jesus was, his authority, and so forth. So the centurion replied, Lord, meaning Master, I am not worthy to have you come under my roof, but only say the word. Just say the word, and my servant will be healed. For I too am a man under authority with soldiers under me, and I say to one, go, and he goes, another, come, and he comes. And I say to my servant, do this, and the servant does it. And when Jesus heard this, he marveled. He marveled, okay? So let's, again, pause there. So the Roman centurion, the soldier, this officer, recognizes the authority of Jesus and says, listen, you don't even need to come into my house. I'm not really even worthy for you to do that. And the soldier says, listen, when I say to my men, do something, they do it. And so, Jesus, I recognize that if you say, be healed, my servant's going to be healed. You have that kind of authority. So the Roman soldiers recognizing this and having that faith in Jesus. And Jesus marveled. Here's why he marveled. Jesus marveled and said to those who followed him, truly I tell you, with no one in Israel have I found such faith. All right, so Jesus marvels because there are few that have had this faith, this great faith in him. And so, yeah, that's why Jesus is marveling here. In verse 11, Jesus continues, I tell you, many will come from east and west and recline at the table with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob were the original men that God raised up and formed from them the whole nation of Israel. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob were men who trusted in God. They recognized his authority. They worshiped him as God. And thus from them came Israel. From that line, that heritage came Jesus Christ as well, the Savior of the world. Jesus is specifically, there we go, talking about the marriage supper of the Lamb when he references recline at the table. And this is going to be at the fulfillment of God's kingdom when many different things will happen, but Jesus has put all his enemies under his feet, meaning he has conquered them, right? And they're recognizing who he is. So he says, many are going to come from east and west, all over the place, all over the world, and they're going to be a part of God's intimate rule. They're going to join Jesus at his table, the marriage supper of the Lamb. He says, while the sons of the kingdom, this is verse 12, while the sons of the kingdom will be thrown into the outer darkness. So you have the sons of God, and then you have the sons of the kingdom, or the sons of darkness, or the sons of the earth. And they're talking about those who do not belong to Jesus, those who would not trust him, those who would not have faith in him. And he says, in that place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So if you could imagine that you were seeing the marriage supper of the Lamb before your eyes, God is inviting this intimate, inviting others, many to this intimate meal. Many are coming and joining him. And yet you are seeing that you have rejected the truth of Jesus Christ. You are seeing that you have rejected and not trusted God's plan through Christ. And so there's going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth. People will be in agony, literally. So that's what it's talking about there, weeping and gnashing of teeth. And then 13, and to the centurion, Jesus said, "Go, let it be done for you as you have believed." And the servant was healed at that very moment. So we might ask, why is this story being told? Certainly to show the authority and power of Jesus Christ, but also to indicate the faith that Jesus is looking for in those, in man, right? So this is the kind of faith Jesus wants, that God hopes we will have in him, that he is absolutely to be trusted and recognized as being an authority over everything. All right, I will catch you in our next video when we continue to talk a little bit more about Jesus healing. I'll catch you then.